pentathlon is the only sport specifically designed for the modern Olympics by the founder of the Olympic movement himself, Pierre de Coubertin, and was first included in the 1912 Olympic Games in Sweden. Modern pentathlon includes 5 sports: fencing, swimming, horse riding, running and shooting, which were each specifically designed to test different aspects of the competitor and to determine the world's best all-round athlete. Most sports only tested a limited number of skills for an athlete, and Pierre de Coubertin wanted something better. He identified the 5 sports very carefully so that the winner could rightfully say that he or she was the best all-round athlete in the world.
Welcome to Rio de Janeiro, and we're live here for the men's fencing in World Cup number 2 final. It's another hot and humid day here. We're getting ready to start fairly soon. The athletes are all out. We came here directly with the athletes, so we were guaranteed to get here. Unfortunately, our cameramen have not made it yet. They're still stuck in traffic somewhere, so they'll be with us soon. So I'm promised that our cameramen are going to be here in about 10 minutes time. So as you see some of the athletes getting together, this is the entry list as it stands. We've never started a webcast without cameramen before, but this is the entry list. So you can go through that. Some pretty big names in there, and there's a couple of very big days for some of the athletes competing here today. A good performance is essential for some of them. I think Omar El Jaziri didn't qualify. David Svoboda will certainly want to do well. Andrei Polivka, this is a really big event for him. He's not made a final for quite a while. And the same with Sam Wheel as well, going down the list. Peter Tobolya from Hungary didn't qualify in World Cup number 1. The 4 Italians make it through again. So although they've typically finished in the lower reaches in World Cup number 1, so there's real pressure. And of course the big 4 Russians are down there right at the very bottom. Well, we will go on to some action very, very soon. I think we're just lacking a few minor parts of this, in that we don't seem to have cameramen nor commentator. So apart from that, we're totally ready. So please bear with us. We'll be with you very, very soon. And we'll just leave you that screen for now. So here's the list as it stands. We're just starting with round 1 at the moment, and we will be bringing you coverage, because very happy to say that our cameramen are on site. So that's extremely good news. So give us a few minutes and we'll be right with you. Only look as if we're just going to miss out on round 1, maybe round 2. Well, here we go. We've got a bit of action. It's my serve on the right. And Chao Zongrong of China on the left. So first bit of action here this morning. Better late than never. We're just waiting for a commentator. We'll be back with you shortly. Well, we are looking as if we're ready to go here now. Yes, I apologise. We just had a few issues. Here's Staskovic on the left, and up against one of the Chinese athletes. Apologies, Korea. And yes, I can see everybody on the chat, and I am monitoring things. I'm also doing graphics and a lot of other things. And Mark, who's killing himself next to me as well, he's running around all the cameras. We are finally up and running, thankfully, and here we are, live at 7 minutes past 8 in the morning. Why does Pentathlon like getting up so early? I'll never understand. But we'll just catch up with this bout very quickly, and then we'll get into some of the action in detail, and also we'll be able to check up on the current leaderboard. So hope you saw the entry list at the start of our program. We had it on for about 20 minutes, so you can see there's a double hit there. So Hong Jin-hwa of Korea. I've just got a little issue here. Not sure. Simon Staskovic is on the left, and having a little disagreement there. We've got 4 Koreans. Hong Jin-woo there, and here's Jung Jin-hwa coming up on the right-hand side. This is always fun when you're looking after mixing, commentary and graphics at the same time, but someone once said to me many years ago, if it was easier then it wouldn't be worth doing for Pentathlon. Here's Golis on the left, and he's up against Jung Jin-hwa here. Migius Golis. Currently we don't have any results, I believe, coming in from the database. We don't have any official scores. So you see Golis, well, he's got a 1-0 head-to-head lead, and Jung is not too happy with that. So Jung will stay on, and I think Staskovic now getting ready to face the Korean. It's just I know. Well, we are waiting for a commentator, but I'll hopefully try and fill in a little bit for you while we wait. And I'll try and chase up results as well on the web, which we will look at shortly. So here's Staskovic and Jung.
and back by popular demand. I'm very relieved to say, I've never been so happy to see you. It's Pedro Petrosinski here, who's one of the UIPM officials. And what he doesn't know about this sport, I don't think it's worth knowing. So with that sort of introduction, I'm sure he's bound to make a few mistakes today. Anyway, here's Pedro, and he'll take you through the rest of the fencing event. Thank you, Pedro.
Hello, everybody. Good morning from Rio. The last day after 2 very hard competition weeks. All of them, what you see, are very tired. And they will be happy when we finish tonight with a combined event. At the moment, okay, we are back on lane F. Poland against, what is this? I think it's Korea. And Staskiewicz start the flash, and yes, it's Korea and gets the point. Next one is Goles, a very tall man against Hong, Korea. The Koreans are very strong at the moment in the combined event. What we saw in the semi-finals, it's fantastic, the performance of these boys in the last 2 years. With the same weather conditions like yesterday, it is very hot. The humidity is extremely high. Here in the fencing room, it's over 35 to 40 degrees. No air. We have some air vents here, but that's it. So Goles is starting against the Korean guy. They're preparing, they're searching what I can do. Is there any possibility to hit my opponent? Maybe he's still sleeping. And you see a great flash with a long straight arm from Goles, and Hong has not the possibility to parade this attack. So Goles win. He's very happy. And this round is ended at the moment. So we will wait for the next round. So the judge is checking the weapon of the Japanese boy. If everything is okay. Japan will fight against Italy. Japanese team has also a great performance in the last year. Combined the laser shooting, especially the laser shooting, gives them a chance to start earlier to train modern pentathlon. Until now they had no chance to start shooting before 21 years. And Noguchi from Japan hit the Italian guy. That was the judge said. The Italian man is not very happy about the solution. But maybe you can see the face of the Japanese guy. He didn't know what to do, because I'm sure he will not understand what the judge is telling him. And Petroni don't want to accept that he's got hit. But at the end, the judge was right. Japan wins against Italy. So let's come back to shooting. So for the Japanese federations, it's perfect to start with laser shooting. They have no more problems to shoot, so they can start training with kids. And now they are able to compete in the biggest competition with young people and they're also strong combined men like the Korean. On the right side you see the tallest boy in the field from Italy against Fuji from Japan. Tall against small. Normally the long arm has more chances, but Fuji is a very smart and very fit and explosive fencer. Both of them are careful. Wait. But the Italian boy has a right eye, straight arm, and that straightens arm at the right moment. So sorry, now I have the name. It's Benedetti from Italy. I think we will see him in the World Championships in Rome this year. One of the most important competitions this year for the points for the world ranking list. Everybody's fighting for the points, especially here in the finals. Every place nearer to number one gives you more points. And that will give you the chance to start in London. So Benedetti against the left-hander. Oh, the left-hander was very straight. This was only 10 seconds. Noguchi was very fast and did a good hit on the body of Benedetti. Now we come to the last fight. Fuji against Petroni. Both fencing with a pistol grip. Most of the athletes stand 3 weeks before the last World Cup last week in Charlotte, USA. 3 weeks for competition camp, for training camp in Colorado. Now they are on the way since 5 weeks, and I think they will be very happy when this competition ends in the evening. There's a double beat, nothing happened. Yesterday we saw a great fight from Elodie Clevel. She's one of the youngest girls in the field, and she won with an excellent run on the combined. She was very, very happy. She started crying at the end when she finishes this competition. And all of the French team were very proud of her. Again a double beat, nothing happened. Have to come back. Only one hit for all of them. Just counting this competition. And at the end, Benedetti won against Fuji. Oh, sorry, Petroni.
So while those guys take a break, I think it's a chance for us to look at how the fencing is looking at the moment. So, well, incredible start from Omar El Jaziri there of Egypt, 7-0. That really is very, very good indeed. And Zhong Won Kao and Lesson also doing really well. And we just go further down the screen. Here's page 2. Fencing is so important at the end of the day. I think a lot of people who don't understand pentathlon probably don't realise how important the fencing is. And each head-to-head here is a difference of 12 seconds between the winner and the loser. And quite a lot of races are won by less than 12 seconds. Meaning that if that fencing bout perhaps had gone the other way between them, then we could have different winners. But here's the leaderboard. Lesson Timochenko's up there, all on equal second. Lanigan O'Keefe from Ireland's doing superbly. So a really interesting start to the day. We're just waiting for Piste F to get back together, and we'll leave this. I'll leave this on the screen for you, and you can pick out your favourite athletes. We'll be straight back with the action as soon as they come.
So we start the next round with the two guys from Hungary. On the piste we see Peter Tibolya, who's one of the famous fencer in the Hungarian team, against the Mexican guy Alvaro Sandoval from the mixed team, and he is in the team with Terechuk from Ukraine. Tibolya is at the moment 4 wins, 4 victories, 3 lost. And Sandoval 1-2 and lost 5. So it's the beginning. That's not a sign, but you can imagine when you start with 2-5, it's not very funny. You run all the rounds behind the group. It's necessary that you have at the end, that you have to be on the positive side at the end. And now Tibolya was a little bit too offensive, so Sandoval has the chance to hit him, and Sandoval wins. At the end you have to be on the positive side. That means you have to be 18 wins and 17 loss, something like this. So we have about 800 points. With 800 points you're on the good side. If you have less, 700 or 600, then normally you have no chance to be under the first 10 in this competition. Timoshenko, Pavlo Timoshenko from Ukraine. He starts very well. He's on the second place at the moment, 6-1. And Demeter is completely different. He has no victory at the moment. Bench Demeter from Hungary. He's the last man in the field. We will see what happened. Maybe he drank a coffee to wake up. But if you start something like this, then you have a really bad day and it's very hard to come back again. And you say, I couldn't do it, I'm not able to fence, I never fence. And when this happens in your head, then normally the competition is over. But let's wait, maybe you have a restart now. And normally Hungarian athletes are very clever in fencing. But no chance. Timoshenko was quicker, make a fint, and Demeter has no chance to parade it, or he's not in the mood today to fence really well. So he is 0-8. That means he lost every competition, every fight he has in this morning. That's very bad. So Tibolya is again on the athletes here in the field. He starts in Singapore in the Youth Olympic Games and did a very good job over there. He was under the first 6. And Tibolya has a lot of experience. He's for a long time in the team of the Hungarian in the Senior World Championships. And he's also fencing for a place to go to London. We stop. Tibor raises his arms because of the problems with his leg. So we have to raise his arms when he has a problem, and the judge interrupted. But now he's okay, and we can start the last 15 seconds of this bout. Oh, Timoshenko was a little bit too offensive, and Demeter make a great parade. Demeter won this game. And you can see Timoshenko is not very happy with this, because he was more present than Tibolya at the moment. Sorry when it's changed the names too much, but it's not too easy to commentate it from above the scene. Now Demeter is on the piste. Again, Sandoval from Mexico. Both of them had not a good day today. The aim has to be fight every bout. It's very, very important to come back and not lose the whole competition at the beginning of the day. Yes, and that was the first victory for Demeter. So he is now 1-8. And we will see what's going on in the last rounds.
Well, Demeter takes the victory there. But his day only an hour in, and his day already is a bit of a nightmare. This sport is such a tough sport. So that was Hungary versus a Mexico-Ukraine combined, and everybody changes around, you see again.
Now we have the English team with Woodbridge and Willie against the third and fourth Italian guy who is qualified for the final from Italy, Giancarmelli and De Luca. The Italians, after a long period, they came back with a strong team, especially this year when we have the World Championships in Rome. Woodbridge has at the moment a good performance. He has 5 victories. And Giancarmelli is on the same level at the moment with him. And it was a great flash attack from Woodbridge. If he starts a flash in the right time with a good eye and in the right moment, then your opponent has no chance to parade it or to take the P away. But Woodbridge is in a good mood as of today. Next it is Willie against De Luca. De Luca and Willie also have the same points at the moment, 3-4. So this team competition, we will see who will go up and who will go down. De Luca is the youngest one of these 4 Italian guys who are qualified for this final here in Rio. And he has to be proud to be in this final because it's a very strong field here. But his experience in fencing is not so well at the moment. I'm sure we will see De Luca in the next 4 years, but Willie did a good job and won this game. Woodbridge is back against De Luca. Woodbridge against De Luca. Routinier against the young one. Woodbridge, it looks very cool what he's doing at the moment. He's still waiting. De Luca is to come. Maybe you can see. Oh no, this time De Luca was clever. Woodbridge did one step too much. And Luca takes a chance and beat him on the arm. Wheel against Giancarmelli. It's the last bound in this round. We can see Woodbridge, he's open his jacket and take a towel completely full with ice because you have to cool down. The heat under this mask and under this fencing jacket is very, very hard to fence the whole day and you lose a lot of water. So you have to drink, you have to balance your minerals to stay in a good condition for the whole day. Giancarmelli is a left-hander. He's trying to hit Wheel on his fighting hand. And Giancarmelli is a very fast and quick fencer and a good eye. He hit the Wheel on the arm, so Italy wants this beat against Great Britain.
Thank you, Pedro. And Pedro goes to get a drink of water. It really is very, very hot here. And while he just relaxes for a second, we get a chance for an update of the scores. There's the end of the next round. And here we are. Pick your favourite athletes. El Jaziri, amazing, 10-1. 2 ahead after only 11 bouts already. Great start for the Egyptian. We'll be seeing him later on for sure. And pick out your favourite athletes on this list. Omar Al Jaziri will be on this piste in about 4 rounds' time. So he truly is well ahead of everybody. And I can see the next competitors are getting ready already, so here we go.
The French team start with Hollis. And Japanese team, let's see. No, the Korean. The Korean team? Last 10 seconds, so the Koreans try to attack Hollis, but Hollis to take a parade and win this match. Next one from Korea is Lee against Peru. Peru was also very strong in the combined in the semi-finals. And his performance in the last 2-3 years in fencing were very, very well. So Lee against Baru. Baru, the left-hander with a French grip. The grip is a little bit longer and you have more chances to make small hits on the arm or right behind the AP of the opponent. And the opponent has to be very... Oh, he fell down, nothing happened. He's okay. Just step back and slip a little bit. 30 more seconds. The Korean guy tried to attack him. Lee goes down with the shoulder and hits the Korean guy on the foot. Hollis is back, both right-hander with a pistol grip. With a pistol grip you have a little bit more power in your hand. You can control the AP better than with the French grip. But the advantage of the French grip is the length of the complete AP. Last 30 seconds, just started. And Hollis hit him on right behind the EP. So the Korean didn't understand what happened. He's not very happy about this. He's shaking his hand and didn't understand that Hollis did such a great hit on his hand. Peru's back against Hwang from Korea. Korea is already a strong team in combined. And Hwang is one of the younger, the newcomer in this team. I think he's happy that he's here. Both of them fans with a French grip. They're checking each other and waiting for the right moment. And in the right moment, Hollis, Peru goes on the feet from Hwang, and he has no chance to parade this very good bound.
Well, another round completed, and we get ready for the next group of athletes. While we do, let's just double check on that leaderboard. So no update from earlier, but El Jaziri, brilliant start. Failed to make the final at World Cup number 1. Just looking at Alex Lesson is out in the field having a joke with the British coaches at the moment. And I think one of the Russian managers is giving him a few harsh words there in his imitable style. Now that moment is past. But there's the leaderboard going down, just looking further down the list. Polivka, good to see him back in a final. He's had a really lean spell in the wilderness. And Sam Wheeler of Great Britain, another guy who's not made many finals at all, had some tough injury problems last year. It's great to see him back. There he is on page 1 of the leaderboard. Svoboda, Chikov, some big names on there, isn't there? And Arthur Lanigan O'Keefe from Ireland, great to see him equal second. He's having a great day. Well, still waiting for athletes to show on PSTEF. That's our main coverage here today. We will be live from a combined event earlier, and of course, if you watched yesterday, we, as I well and truly admitted, we had a few big issues. We had one of our main cables break, and we also had the joy of the official starter. I don't know if it was Pedro, but somebody decided with 20 minutes to go that we would start in 3 minutes, and we just had no chance to get anything else ready. Caught us all by surprise. And but there are highlights available on pentathlon.org already from other cameras that we hadn't got linked in, so you can get a feel of the race, and you don't get to hear my commentary, which is always another bonus as well. Right, I think we're getting ready for the next bout. Here we go. And
Now we come back on pist F. Kazakhstan against Russia. Kazakhstan starts with Sabri Kuchin against Karyakin from Russia. The judge did his job. He checks the piece if they are okay. They use a weight, and if the light goes out, everything is okay. Now we measure and take a look for the cable, if everything is okay and nothing dangerous things inside. Now they check all EPs, they're ready. Sabir Kutsin woke up, so we start this round. Kayakin is at the moment 5-6. That means he is on the negative side. So negative side. So he won this game against Sabri Kutsin. The next one is Lezun from Russia. He's fencing with a French grip and he's second place at the moment. He won 8 and lost 3. On the other side, we see Yashenko from Kazakhstan. He's also on the negative side, 5-6 at the moment. For Lezun, he will try to attack him that he don't lose the touch to El Ghaziri from Egypt. El Ghaziri is leading at the moment. He's 10 victories and only 1 lost game. So El Ghaziri has a great comeback after the last 2-3 years. And Egypt changed a lot of things at the moment, everybody knows it, and they changed the head coach. Wali Sayed, one of the technical delegates of the UIPM, is now the head coach of Egypt, and he did really a good job. But by the way, Kazakhstan, Shukin won against Lezun. Lezun. But I think it's okay for him. He's in a good shape, in a good mood, and he's a very fast runner and shooter. So he's on the way under the first 3 for today. Let's come back to the Egyptian team. Yesterday, Aya Midani ends at 4th place. She also has a great comeback. She was injured the last year. And El Ghaziri, Omar El Ghaziri, he's a great fencer. He's a good swimmer. We will see him under the first 5 after the first two events. But he's really as a shooting. He has big problems with shooting. Let's wait for the combined. So Sabri Kutsin starts against Lesson. And Lesson has a problem. He complains that the piss is not okay, but nothing happened. 43 seconds to go. So, Lesson lost all bouts against Kazakhstan. They won. Sabri Kutsin won. Okay, Lesson smile. It's one of his lost games. So nothing happened for him. The last fight in this round is Ilyashenko, Kazakhstan, against Karyakin. The Russians has also 4 men in this final. It's a very strong team. Italy and Russia got placed in this year. Myself is already qualified. Oh, that was very fast. 3 seconds. And Ilyashenko hit Karyakin on his hand. That was very quick. And it's not, nobody is able to see this on the television, where the hit is and what did they do. So we are waiting for the next round, and I give you back to Adrian.
Thank you very much, Pedro. We'll just ask Matt, do you have an XML? We'll just try and get an update from our results people. We have to prod them with a big stick to get them to update. Occasionally I do monitor the chat, and so I'll try and keep an eye. I see somebody asking about Morosi not competing. I'm not sure why he's not here. You could see an Italian friend in there, and Russia also. Italy, Riccardo De Luca is incredibly fast. Just watching him at World Cup #1, the pace that he went at is just quite amazing. But if you've got any questions, I am just quickly looking at the chat room for a minute while we have a break, and I will collect the results. P-Steph is definitely a little bit quiet at the moment. So, okay, no change there. Well, let's have a look at the list of athletes who are competing. And those are your 36. No Morosi here today, as was said on the chat room I just saw. Few athletes who possibly you would expect to see. No Kurpolyanskis, both of them didn't qualify in the same heat. James Cook, also the world junior champion. He's in a horrible place at the moment with his fencing. Really, that is dragging him down. And even breaking a world record in the swimming in World Cup #1 wasn't enough to qualify him for the final. It's quite amazing. Somebody breaks a world record and he fails to qualify for the final. It's competition is that tough. Well, I'm afraid we haven't got an XML update yet. From our results people, which is a little bit disappointing. I don't know why our friends are a little bit slow. But anyway, let's get back to the action.
Now you can see one of the famous pentathletes in the world, Andrei Moiseyev, double Olympic champion, left-hander. He is very in a good shape. He is an actual world champion. He won last year in Moscow, in his hometown, against Lanigan O'Keefe from Ireland. Lanigan has his new fencing coach, and what we saw yesterday was Natalie Coyle from Ireland. Was a very good performance. The work from Marek is very helpful for them. Lindsay, the head coach from Ireland, did a good job, but with Marek they are on a good way maybe to have won in the Olympics. But Moiseyev is a very clever fencer. He did so small movements. Normally he is unbeatable when he has a good day. And here at Lanigan O'Keefe was just a small touch on his hand, so we take rest. And the next one is a boy from Kazakhstan against Ilya Frolov. Frolov is also one of the best athletes at the moment in the men's field. That's a big question, who will be the second one from Russia to go to London. It's a big battle against the whole team, Moiseyev is already qualified, and I think he will do a very good job in London. Frolov tried to attack the Kazakhstan guy, but he was too slow. Kazakhstan men, Soldatov hit him on his hand. Now Moiseev will come back. Soldatov's placed. Frolov is a little bit upset about this. Maybe he means he's too strong, but okay. Okay, Moiseev, tall, strong man against a small one, Soldatov. Soldatov is also a very young guy. He started at the end of last year to be senior. He started in the senior class, but he is not afraid. But Moiseev, as a routinier, he hit him with a very small attack on his hand. Soldatov has no chance to parade it. Moiseev is a very controlled fencer. It looks very easy, but he is completely concentrated during the 2.5 hours here in fencing. That's why he got 2 gold medals in Essen and in Beijing. Frolov is back. Frolov against Lanigan O'Keefe. Maybe O'Keefe has a chance because Frolov is upset because he lost the last bout. But no, I think he is under control by himself. And again, try to open his hands that you have a chance to hit him. You prepare him. But Frolov stands very great and straight. And when you do a movement, what Lanigan did now, it could be that is a little bit too wide, too open. So you give Frolov a chance to attack you on your hand. Oh, Frolov did again the same mistake like before. I think he's a little bit too sure against these smaller names, but Lanigan did a good job and hit him. So Frolov lose 2 fights in this game. Back to Adrian.
Okay, I have nothing to say at the moment, so I'm just going to go and chase up some results. We'll be back shortly. Well, thankfully I do have something to talk about now, and here is the leaderboard. Zuraliu and El Ghaziri equal first, less than third. Tchaikovskis, Cow, and Langenegger O'Keefe just dropping down a little bit. Frolov also, so that was a big bout against Frolov, both on equal 5th place. Benedetti having a great run, he's above 50%. And he usually is well down the leaderboard, so Benedetti doing really well here. And he could be a danger with his running. Sam Wheeler's dropped down a lot. He was on page 1. He's now on page 3 of the leaderboard. And Moiseev, well down as well. Also Svoboda, who was also on page 1. He's now at the bottom of page 3. Could easily drop into page 4, which is here. And that completes your results. I think we're getting ready for another round very soon. Well, I am having a little chat in the chat room there. I do apologise. We can't really be moving around on piste. We have to stay concentrating on our main piste. We were waiting for our Korean friend who was just getting himself together. Denis Tchaikovskis is already waiting. And I'm not sure which of our Korean friends is going up first, but I know Pedro will be able to tell us. And I'll hand the mic back over.
Korea starts with Jung. And on the other side we see Denis Tchaikovsky from Latvia. Denis is at the moment at the 4th place. A good day for him at the moment. And I think it's the last chance this year for him to go to London. I think after the qualifications and London he will retire as an athlete. Jung is a young one. As a whole Korean team. Young and strong and combined, as I told you before. 3 years ago, there were the Junior World Championship in Korea, in South Korea. And these boys go straight their way to beat everyone in the senior field. Last 10 seconds just started. Somebody will attack. Last 3 seconds, Denis Tchaikovsky hit Young on the body. So Denis will stay in front of the complete field. The next one is Justina Skenderis from Lithuania against Hong from Korea. Hong is not so well at the moment. He's on the 28th place. He won 6 and lost 11. Kenderis has 9-8 at the moment. That means 600 points. So both of them need the points. Still waiting, preparing. Take a look. Where's maybe the chance to go forward? Last 20 seconds just started. Last 10. And the double. So they have to start again. Last 8 seconds. And the coaches from the side start screaming and shouting what they have to do. I think the athletes know exactly what they have to do. They doesn't need the trainer. But the coaches are very nervous. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, in the last second, the Korean guy Hong hit Kinderis on the hand. That was an interesting fight. Kinderis will be on the place and the other Korean comes back. Jung from Korea, young one against the old man Kinderis. That doesn't mean it bad, but when you see the young boys, he is really an old man at the moment. He has a lot of experience. He was a great athlete, and I think it's also the last chance for him to compete in the Olympic Games this year. The combined event changes a lot. There's a new type of athlete. There's no 3 kilometers in a row. So now we have 3 times 1 kilometer. That changes the whole field. The athletes get younger and younger. piste. We have 10 more seconds. Young is waiting. Okay, like before, the double. They have to start again for the last 7 seconds. And this time Kinderis did the right thing. He's still waiting for Young and touch him on his hand. For the last fight, Tchaikovsky's comeback against Hong. Dennis looks very strong at the moment. He's in a good shape. And he did an excellent combine 2 days ago. So the last bout begun for this round. The problem is everybody knows each other. So Dennis wait for the attack of Hong. He paraded and starts a flash and hits Hong on his body. So Dennis took 2 victories in this round on his side. So the next round will be with Al Jaziri. He is at the moment the leader of the field. He only lost 4 and wins 13 at the moment against Benedetti. They both are tall persons. Al Jaziri is the left-hander, Benedetti right. They both are tall persons. Al Jaziri is the left-hander, Benedetti right. Both fighting with pistol grips. And both of them has a fine touch. It doesn't count because Benedetti was outside the pist, and if you hit your opponent outside the pist, that hit doesn't count. So the first half is away, the last 30 seconds. They're still waiting for the moment to attack. When Al Jaziri raised his arms, he said to him, "Look, come on, touch me." But then he took pressure on Benedetti and touched him under his hand. Very well done. From Italy, Petroni is on the pist, and on the other side, the German man Steffen Gebhardt. He's already qualified for London. It will be his third and his last Olympic Games. He competed in Essen and Beijing. And is the only one of the German team who's already qualified for this final. Normally is a good fencer, but I spoke in the morning with him. Everybody is very tired and they are happy when this competition is over. They want to come back. Everybody is since five weeks on the way for training camp and then the 2 World Cups in the United States and here in Rio. Petroni is too fast for him. After 8 seconds he hit Gebhardt on his knee. That's what I say. They are all a little bit too tired to be concentrated over the whole day, especially here in the fencing event. Next chance for him against Benedetti. Before this round, Gebhardt was on the 5th place. But you see, this round is not his round. He lost after all included 14 seconds, both bouts against the Italian guys. Last fight will be Petroni against El Jaziri, the leader. Just begun. Let's see how Petroni will try to beat El Jaziri. You see El Jaziri is completely on the left side of the pist. That's one of his tactics. So you don't have a chance to beat him outside on his hand. To touch him outside on his hand. He never will leave this position. Petroni tries a flush attack, but El Jaziri is at the moment too strong for everybody. Good parade, and that was it for Petroni. 2 more victories for El Jaziri, and let's come back to Adrian.
We have a great double act here. The athletes sign off their names, and I'm about to send my colleague to go and pester the results people for an update, because we haven't had one for at least 2 rounds. So, yeah, no update yet. So please bear with us. I'll just go and bang on someone's table.
Será que você consegue fazer um favor, cara? Será que você consegue fazer um favor? E arrumar um café? Tudo bem, cara, tá fora. Foi lá ontem no final de semana? Foi cansado. Não. Porque eu preciso já tá. Consegue vir, cara? Senão eu vou dormir. Muito pouco, né? Depois de um tempo aqui. Será que eu vou ter
Now 2 mixed teams on the pist, Terechuk and Sandoval from Mexico and Ukraine, against the second leader at the moment, Sarvalyo from Belarus, but Timoshenko was a little bit too fast for him and much more clever, hit him on his hand. Cyrilario was before this round on the same place like El Jaziri. They both have 13 victories and 4 defeats. Second one is now Sandoval from Mexico. He has 6-11 against Cao from China. Cao is on the 5th place, 10 victories and 7 lost games. Cao is the only one from the big Chinese group who's qualified for the final. Cao win. He defended his 5th place at the moment. He's on a good way. He's a fast swimmer and a good combiner. Sometimes he has a little bit problems with the horse. But now Timoshenko, they both in front of the field. Let's see what Timoshenko will do. Cao is still waiting for the moment, but Timoshenko saw that the hand is too wide open and touches with a very smart and very fast the inner side of his hand. So Cao Cao lost. Timoshenko win. Cao is 1-1 this round. I think he will stay on the 1st place. Let's come back to the leader. Suraulio from Belarus against Sandoval. When we see the results, normally it's clear who will win. But let's see, maybe Sandoval has a good idea or woke up. Suraulio tried with a French grip to hit the feet from Sandoval. He was very close to his shoe. Both went out of the pist, so the judge has to stop this and they have to restart where they leave the pist. Hey, Sandoval did the same again. Suraulio was not prepared. So maybe Sandoval restarted now with fencing and he will come back during the day.
Well, we had a top of the table clash there with Timoshenko against Suraulio, and that was a very bad round for the competition leader. He lost both his bouts there, so that could hurt him well. We still haven't had an XML update from our results people for the last half hour, so nothing's updated on the system, and so there's no point putting anything on the screen. Everything stands as it was beforehand. There are bouts taking place up and down. These piece. We've got about another, I think it's about another hour to go. Let's, I think, just looking through the result sheets here. That was 11 versus 18 on my list. We've got 4 more rounds to go, so actually more like half an hour than an hour. Coming up next is Fuji and Noguchi. Sorry, it's Golis and Staskovic against Giancamilla and De Luca of Italy, so they'll be up next. Well, thanks to the wonders of modern technology, we seem to have managed to get somebody to press a key and update our results. So we now have something to show you. Al Jazeeri, who's coming up on this piece next, 16-7. He leads from Lesson and Zivaliu, who just lost 2 bad bouts. In fact, Zivaliu might well go down. Tchaikovskis and Kindris, we've just seen, they're together. So we really have got some interest. Sam Wheel's done well to move up. He was down in the depths earlier, back up to 10th place. He's had a real up and down day today. And Frolov, well, in 10th place, so there's a lot of people tied on 12 and 11 there. 12 and 11 there. Still no action on Piste F. Zivaliu, Staskovic and Golis are waiting for their opponents. I'm really not sure what's going on here. It's nice to see Remigius, or Remy Golis. Thankfully, he likes to be known as. Back in a major final, he's been out in the wilderness for a little while. And just one of those little delays, as we've obviously a delay out in one of the other piece can cause us issues here. But it looks as if we're getting close to being ready to go. De Luca and Gian Camilla just arriving here on Piste 1. Piste F, I should say. Hopefully you've spotted your favourite athlete there. And Pedro at the moment has disappeared into the depths of the building somewhere, but here we are. Here's Remigius Golis on the left, and Ricardo De Luca on the left, and Remigius Golis on the right. So Golis thrilled with that victory there. Just a few seconds to go. Next up is Gian Camilla against Simon Staskovic of Poland. Just 3 more rounds to go after this, so we are getting towards the end of the competition here in the fence. And we've seen all the leaders go here. The only people we're not seeing is Svoboda and Polivka, who are stuck out on Piste A. And of course, as you know, if you know your pentathlon, Piste A never moves all day, so they're out. Not a good day for Staskovic, 32nd place. Gian Camilla in 10th. we really have to stop these athletes walking around in front of our cameras. Golis is a big guy at the best of times and just walks halfway down the piste. There's an attack there, but a double hit. So a busy, tightly packed hall here in Rio de Janeiro. And another double hit. So 12 seconds to go. Staskovic lower ranked, but certainly been more of the aggressor, and it pays off for him. And a shake of the hands and a smile from Staskovic. Good performance. The Poles are doing well so far here. And Staskovic is going to stay on. And it will be the Italians to swap around. So De Luca will now try and gain some revenge here for that defeat just now. We're live here in Rio de Janeiro. It's 9:41 in the morning. We've been going for just over 2 hours, 2 hours and 11 minutes, and just a few more rounds to go before we move over to the swimming. Conditions don't seem as hot as yesterday. It certainly seems a bit cooler. There's a lot more cloud in the sky. There's no bright sunlight coming through at the moment. So here's De Luca against Staskovic here on our main piece. De Luca in 10th place. Staskovic well down. But he just had a good result against Gian Camilla. So we'll be bowed by that. And there's an attack, and Staskovic takes it. Another win for the Poles. And well, Riccardo De Luca wants to know what went wrong there. And it's a Polish whitewash at the moment. All 3 victories to Poland, and a real bad day, a bad round for the Italians, who dominate the world of fencing at the moment internationally. And the Italian team does have some very good coaches available to them. You feel that that's helped them significantly in getting so many athletes through to the finals. Their swimming might not be the best, but their fencing and combined events are very, very good indeed. So here's the last round, the last bout here on our main piste. Federico Giancamilli on the left, and on the right, Remy Golis. Golis in 5th place. He's doing very well here. Great to see him back in a major final. He's been out in the wilderness for a little while. Giancamilli just putting some pressure on Golis. And Golis goes for the flesh attack. Double hit. Well, this tactics worked well for the Poles. The Italians have been the aggressor in these bouts. But the Poles have just taken the victory when the Italians come in for the attack. And here we are with 25 seconds to go. So I think this is playing into the Polish camp. They want to just let the clock die down, and when we get into the last 10 seconds, attack there from Golis, but a touch from Giancamilli, and Italy takes 1 victory there out of the 4. Remy Golis can have a little smile about that. So that's another round completed. And, well, I'll leave, I'm pretty sure the scores won't have updated at all since last time, but let's put them on the screen, and you can spot your favourite athletes. Round 16 about to start. We can have a quick look at the leaderboard once we bring it up on screen. This helps if I press the right button here. Sorry I've not been able to monitor the chat as much as I'd probably hoped. Here is the leaderboard. El Jaziri leads from lesson by 1. Zivaliu, Tchaikovsky's, Kinderis, Golis, and Moiseev just sneaking into that page 1. And talking of lesson, here he is on piece now. So that was Lesson versus Demeter. And coming up now is going to be Karyakin versus Tibolya.
Are ready to start. Karyakin and Tibolya. Tibolya is at the moment intense, and he tried to attack him, but he ran on the hand with his mask on Karyakin, and he hit himself. That could happen, but he's a strong guy, so we'll go on. We know this from the football. After a second they can run again. So 55 seconds to go. We're still waiting. Oh, Karyakin is very clever and very fit and aggressive. He wants it. That's it. Yes. Karyakin attacked him with a flash, straight. Tibolya tried to parade it, and Karyakin goes under his EP and touch him in the body. Perfect way of fencing. Lesun comes back, and Tibolya plays again. Lesun is on a good way. He's under the first fifths at the moment. I have no idea what they are doing now. Maybe Tibolya needs a little more rest. If you don't want to fight, you can place yourself. But now he makes the right decision. Lesun attacked him, he paraded, it was a quad parade, and touched him on his body. Perfect fence. And Karyakin and Demeter will have the last fight. Russia against Hungary. The old big countries in pentathlon. They had very big battles during the last 15 years. But Russia leads at the moment. So Demeter tries to defeat Karyakin. But what we see in the morning was Karyakin. He was a little bit slow. Now he woke up and he's very present on the piste. Try to do some action. That's a double. We saw a lot of action. Now we have 40 seconds to go. Oh, and Karyakin missed the body from Demeter, and Demeter has an easy touch. So Demeter won, and Karyakin lose.
So that round's complete. And We've got, I think, 2 more rounds to come here. In fact, I think one more round. That was 8:15. So yeah, we've got Samuel Nick Woodbridge coming up against Arthur Lanigan O'Keefe and Andres Soldatov. So those are the last round of bouts to come on this piece. But it looks like we've got a little break. So just time to give you a bit of a score update. And there you see Lesson now leads. Alexander Lesson suddenly having a big improvement in his scores. Zuraliu, El Jaziri and Jakovskis and Golis all in equal seconds. So Lesson, although he did just take a defeat in that last round there, but he's moved to the top.
Mark. You used to go to the final Rio de Janeiro. Huh? How many rounds?
Now we come to the last round of the fencing event. On piece F we would see Soldatov from Kazakhstan against Wheel from Great Britain. At the moment Lezoon is leading, followed by Goles, Sharkovskis and El Ghaziri. And Soldatov is at the end of the field. Wheel from Great Britain. So at the moment 15-14. I think it's okay for him. 15-14 means he has at the moment 760 points. Every more victory gives him 28 points more. That means seven seconds and run. A double, nothing happens. For all of you, it's the first time to stay in an EP event. The valid zone in the EP is from the mask to the shoes. Again a double, last 8 seconds. So if you hit the hand, or the mask, or the knee, it all counts. I try. Wheels try to attack him, Soldatov parade and touch him on his body. And Wheels thought it was outside, he touched the surface outside, but the judge said no. That counts for Soldatov. The next one is Lanigan O'Keefe from Ireland against Woodbridge. Woodbridge is not so good today. You have 12 to 17. And Lanigan O'Keefe has 15 to 14. So they're close together. But no to say, okay, last round, I don't have to concentrate. No, every bout is counting. So we have to go on to the last heat you will have. Woodbridge attacked him and Lanigan O'Keefe did a fantastic parade for his victory. He has one more fight. The last fight now for Woodbridge against Soldatov. What you has big emotions from the Hungarian team. Demeter won against Tchaikovsky's. On the piss we have Woodbridge against Soldatov. Soldatov attack, but it's a double, so nothing happens. Last 32 seconds for both in this event. Again a double. 24 seconds to go. Both waiting for the moment to attack. Woodbridge took it and won against Soldatov. So they are ready for swimming. And the last on piece F is Lanigan O'Keefe against Weir. So let's start for the last bound. I hope you enjoy our fencing, modern pentathlon fencing. It's just the beginning of the day. Stay tuned for the next 4 events in swimming, riding and the combined to follow the road to London. Then again is waiting and preparing wheel. Wheel is also waiting for a chance to see where he can touch Lanigan. 20 seconds to go. Eight, 7, 5. That doesn't count. His body was behind the body of Lanigan O'Keefe, so it's not allowed anymore to touch him. 5 seconds to go. We'll try to argue against the judge. You have to be careful. I think it's better when you stop it and fight in the last 5 seconds. Okay, so he argued against the judge that he did a fail. So he asked for the main judge in fencing. But normally if a judge take a decision, then it's a final decision. So we have only 4 men on the piste. In front of us on piste H, we have El Jaziri against Fuji from, no, that's Japan. That's Fuji from Japan, from right. They have almost 18 seconds. On piste F, we have Wheel against Lanigan O'Keefe, 5 more seconds. The rest is finished. They are ready to preparing for swimming. And I think all of them are happy to went out of this sauna here. And take a little refreshing in the pool. So the discussion is over. We'll accept it. Last 5 seconds. Somebody will attack. 2, 1, nothing. That's a double defeat. Nobody win. So I wish all of you a good day. Enjoy us and stay tuned. Adrian, thank you.
Thank you very much, Pedro. Samuel wins that bout twice and departs the arena, and that completes our action for this morning. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage. We started quite unusually without any commentators or cameras, but I think we just about got there in the end, and we certainly managed to show you plenty of good action. That's the leaderboard. We've still a few to enter. Lesson, Tchaikovsky, Zarali, Gomez, El Jaziri. I'm going to leave that on the screen. It will update automatically as the guys in the back room here decide when they're going to give us more latest information, and we will stop the stream in about 10 minutes or so and move over. We've got swimming and riding to film, and we'll have highlights of that available for you tonight on the YouTube channel on pentathlon.org. You can watch all the action from yesterday as well on pentathlon.org now. And we're going to just head off into the night here. We're done for now. Thank you for watching. And as I say, we'll leave this on the screen as the results update. And we'll stop the stream in about 10 or 15 minutes. Thanks so much. Goodbye for now.